Hi, well, welcome to the Sunday School Breakdown. I'm your host. Yes, I'm Wilman Murphy. And welcome to another episode of the Sunday School Breakdown, Season 2, Episode 3. And I'm a Sunday School teacher here at the St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church. And we're going to be found at 2870 Headland Drive, East Point, Georgia, 30344. Our senior pastor is the Reverend Dr. K. Eugene Taylor, Sr. And our co-pastor is the Reverend Christopher E. Taylor, Sr. And I bring you greetings and good tidings from the St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church family. Welcome to another episode of the Sunday School Breakdown. You hear that music in the background? Be encouraged. Now that's my jam. I've been listening to that song forever. I love that song. Be encouraged. During these COVID times, we need to be encouraged. During the pandemic and the mandemic, we need to be encouraged. I want to thank you for tuning back in. If you're a repeat viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate it dearly and severely. And if you're a new listener, a new viewer, I thank you so much. I pray that you will find something favorable on this channel that you will like and that you will tune in yet again. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So I need you to tweet your friends and repeat to your friends and call them, text them, email them, do whatever you need to do. But just let them know that the Sunday School Breakdown is about to go down. Get your pens and paper, Sunday School books, Sunday School lesson plans. Definitely get your Bible. We're in the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verses 8 through 14, then verses 17 through 21. And the lesson text is to receive wisdom's gift. Once again, we're dissecting and breaking down wisdom. And we're breaking down the word from Solomon and the other two or three minor authors that helped wrote the book of Proverbs. And so we got a good lesson today. I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Let's get started. Oh, happy Father's Day. Yes, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Yes, to all the fathers, I'm wishing you the greatest Father's Day ever. And you see the caption here. I say, Dad taught me everything that I know. But Dad didn't teach me everything that he knows. Because some things Dad couldn't teach you because you weren't ready to be taught those things. Because some things Dad knows that he knew you could not handle at this point in time in your life. So Dad taught him everything that he knows. But he didn't teach me everything that he knows. Because sometimes it just takes wisdom and development to learn some things. So, happy Father's Day to you. So at the beginning, what's a proverb? I know this is the third consecutive week we've been dealing with proverbs. Not to put this slide up just in case somebody new and don't know what a proverb is. I'm hoping that somebody new. A proverb, a pithy or a short to the point saying, in general use, it's general truth or a piece of advice. Yes. Wisdom, the soundness of an action or decision with regard to application. Once again, I stuck in common sense, experience, knowledge, and good judgment. I stuck in the application. Wisdom is the applying of it. The application of the what, the when, the where, the why, and the how. That's wisdom. Knowing when to apply your knowledge is wisdom. Don't need to spend much time on this. We've been through this. Once again, Solomon, and I'm not going to bother Bathsheba. You have to go back to lesson on June 7th as you want to know about Bathsheba. Okay? But Solomon is the person, the king that God used to build the first temple in Jerusalem. He's the son of David and King David and the son of Bathsheba. He served for 39 years, served to death. He wrote 3,000 Proverbs and 1,005 songs. Yes. The Songs of Solomon. Wisdom. I'll leave that slide there for a while. We're going to jump right into the lessons. You guys ready? Let's go. Verse 8. Chapter 8, verse 8. And it does read, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. What does that mean? So what Solomon is saying here, when he's writing, he's talking about wisdom. Now wisdom is being personified as a woman, not as a girl. A girl hasn't developed wisdom, so it's a female gender, but it's a woman that has experiences and have learned some things in life. So it's being personified, and this this personification is saying that all the words that out of my mouth are in rightness, and there's nothing forward or perverse in them. That means that everything that comes from my mouth is excellent. It is right. It is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Wisdom speaking the tone of truthfulness. And so it's saying that that's what it is. And the forward means there's nothing difficult or contrary. There's nothing perverted coming out of the mouth of wisdom. Wisdom doesn't talk that ugly talk. And said, all my words are righteousness. In verse 9. Verse 9 say, they are all plain to him that understand it, and right to them that find knowledge. They who? They, the words. So you take verse 9 and go back to verse 8 and say the words are all plain to them that understand it, and right to them that find knowledge. So it's saying the words are plain for the one that has found knowledge, and the ones that understand my words is plain to them. In other words, wisdom doesn't have a hidden agenda. Wisdom put it out front so you can understand it, and once you get it, you have it. So wisdom is not trying to trick you. Wisdom is trying to instruct and trying to teach you. So it said, for those that understand this, my language is plain. My words that come out of my mouth, verse 8, they're plain. There's no hidden agenda. The words of wisdom. And so once you understand wisdom, you only have one thing to do. Obey the words of wisdom. So once you understand wisdom, wisdom brings you into obedience of what? The word that comes from verse 8. The word that comes out of the mouth. Wisdom brings you into obedience. Verse 10. In verse 10 say, receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Verse 10 basically saying, make the right decision. We all want a certain level of wealth. We want good health and we want wealth, but the words that come out of the mouth of wisdom say, make the right decision. Choose wisely. Use your wisdom to choose wisely, and choose me over silver. On the screen it actually looks more white, but it's actually silver. Some silver bars. But receive my instruction. The instructions, those are the words from verse 8. Those are the words that come from the mouth. Receive them. Put them in your mind and have them ready when you need to use them. And make the right choice. And not silver and knowledge rather than choice gold. Choose wisdom. Remember, Solomon got blessed with riches because he chose wisely. When God asked Solomon, "What can I give to you?" When Solomon made that sacrifice to God, God accepted the sacrifice. He asked Solomon, "What can I do for you?" And Solomon said, "Give me knowledge and understanding, that I may be able to govern your people." And because what Solomon chose was something that would help others and help to elevate the people to the understanding of God. So God was very pleased with that. He said, "Solomon, because you didn't ask for health and wealth and all this other stuff, I'm going to give you wealth." And he gave him riches. So Solomon was a very rich man, but he didn't ask for that. That was a byproduct of his wisdom in making the right decision. So it's saying here, receive my instruction and not the silver. Yeah, we got to choose wisely. Yeah, we want some fancy things. We want that glitter. We want that shine and the bling bling. But God said choose knowledge and wisdom over those things, because those things are temporary. Knowledge and wisdom will stand the test of time. So what is knowledge? 10b basically, and knowledge rather than choice gold. What is knowledge? See, knowledge is the collection. It's a collection of facts that you learn. So God said, learn my way. Learn the facts of the Bible. Learn the facts of the instructions. Receive the instructions and learn those facts. And choose those facts and those instructions over gold. My toys, I tell you, I just love them. But God said, make the right decision. You come to the crossroad, decide to choose, because the value of gold, it goes up, but God said, mine gold, what I put inside of you, and what I give you, the understanding, the knowledge, and receiving my instruction, lasts forever. God said, I will always give you something that has on a permanent basis, rather than temporary satisfaction. So God is asking us to receive the instruction, which means receive his teaching, accept the guidance of God, accept his wisdom, accept the knowledge, and make better decisions. Then verse 11 says, for wisdom is better than rubies. Once again, God said, those other things are temporary. Make the right decision. Choose that which is permanent, that which is lasting. That's a song the choir used to sing years ago that would basically say, I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. So God is saying, choose. You know, God gives us this free will, and free will gets us into situations. But God said, make the right decision. Choose me. Choose my word. Choose my knowledge. Choose my understanding over these things that are going to give you temporary satisfaction. All of those things are temporary. So verse 11, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. It says that wisdom is better than rubies, and nothing you can dream of. Take a moment and think of all the things that you think will satisfy you. And the book says there's nothing that can be compared to wisdom. Nothing. Yeah, you can ask for the big bucks, you can ask for the house, you can ask for the cars, you can ask for money, you can ask for all these things, but God says nothing can be compared to wisdom. So once again, once you get the understanding, you have but one choice. That choice is to be obedient to the word. obedient to the understanding, obedient to the knowledge, to be obedient. Verse 12. Wisdom speaking, by the way. Our wisdom dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Wisdom is saying that wisdom is personified as a woman. Wisdom is saying that she dwells with prudence. That simply means common sense and a shrewdness. Wisdom is saying, I find out knowledge or witty inventions, which simply means that wisdom is saying, when you planning to go out and do something, wisdom is saying, I have already gone out and I have scoped out the scene. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to go there. You're being set up. Wisdom will tell you that you shouldn't do some of the things that you're doing. Your wisdom tells us that we should not participate in certain things that we're participating in. Wisdom will tell us that I have gone ahead of you and I have scouted out the territory. And I come back and I did my surveillance. And wisdom is saying they're using some witty inventions, which simply means you're being set up. And wisdom saying, I have done my due diligence. And I brought it back to you to let you know that you need to stay on course. You need to follow the word. You need to follow the truth. And you need to follow obedience. But wisdom said, I've gone and checked things out for you. I used my discernment to keep you out of the traps of evil. I use my discernment to keep you from the snares of evil. I use my discernment to protect you and to protect me. Wisdom say, I've done the canvassing of the property. And I'm here to tell you that stay on course. Choose wisely. Choose wisdom. Learn to be obedient. Wisdom is showing us that she has foresight. Wisdom is letting us know that she has our best interest at hand to stay under the confines in the Word of God, to choose wisely. Verse 13. The fear of the Lord. You know, each one of these lessons that we had in Proverbs have had a verse like this. Those first 5 words. Somewhere in every lesson under Proverbs we use this. The fear of the Lord is to do what? To hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. So wisdom is basically saying, I hate evil, pride, someone that's arrogant, the evil way, and that perverse mouth. I hate those things. It's because wisdom saying to us that if we have fear of the Lord, we'll have a respect for the fear, a respect for fear, and so do these things we won't do. If God hates them, if the word hates them, if wisdom hates them, we should respect God enough to know that we should hate them as well. So we should fall in line. Once again, this verse brings us to obedience. We should hate these same things: evil, pride, arrogancy, the evil way, and forward mouth, a perverted mouth, that is, perverted. So we should hate what God hates, and we should love what God loves. What and who God loves. We should not do these things that God is telling us clearly that it's against His will and it's against His way. These things that are labeled here, these are the evil way. And God saying these are not his way. So we're supposed to hate these as he does. And verse 14 says, counsel. This is wisdom talking. Wisdom is saying a lot of stuff today. She's saying, verse 14, counsel is mine, and sound wisdom I am understanding. I have strength. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom I am understanding, and I am strength. So wisdom is saying, I'm just speaking the truth. I'm not bragging, but counsel, that means good advice, that means good guidance, that means the proper instruction, that's mine. Sound wisdom, that means good wisdom, that means good knowledge, understanding, strong common sense, knowing when to use, knowing where to use, knowing how to apply wisdom, sound wisdom. And then wisdom goes on to say that I am understanding, which means everything that you think you need, I have it for you. I am the understanding. You want to know the right way? Come to me. I'll give you proper understanding. You want to know what thus saith the Lord? Come to me. I have understanding. And also, I'm not weak. Wisdom say, I have strength. I am strong. Yes. Wisdom, I took this from a different Bible. I found this word, this is 15:2. It says that when wisdom speaks, and as she's been speaking so far, wisdom, when she speaks, understanding becomes very attractive. But then the words of fool make their ignorance look laughable. When you have proper understanding, and you're in the crowd around certain people, you can say, and you can discern that they aren't who they claim to be. Their mouths are saying something, but you can read in their heart that they got another agenda. That's the foresight of wisdom. So wisdom says, I have strength, I have sound wisdom, I have the understanding of God. So when wisdom speaks, I, you, we should listen. Sound wisdom is knowing what to say, when to say it, how to say it at the right time. You know, when a person gets a new house and they have a housewarming celebration, we take gifts over, and we go over and celebrate with them, and we bless the house. And we assume they're moving from one house to a better house. So we want to celebrate that with them. So we tell them, congratulations, right? Let's look at another scenario. When we have lost a loved one, and we say that they are going to a better place. So they're leaving this earthly house, going to a heavenly house. But our wisdom will tell us to offer sympathy, and if you can, if you've been there, empathy, and condolences. But though they're moving to a better house, we don't offer them congratulations. No. Wisdom tells you when, where, and how to apply your knowledge. So though they seem like similar situations, we celebrate people moving to a better house, but not when death is the reason. We mourn that situation. Yes, they may be moving to a better house, but you don't tell that family member, congratulations. No, we say we're sorry, we offer our condolences. Though we know the situation is a whole lot better than here on earth. Wisdom lets you know when, where, and how to apply that which you already know. And let's move on. And now we skip to, for those in the Bible, we went from 14. We're going to go to verse 17. Verse 17 says, I love them. This is wisdom talking again. Wisdom say, I love them that love me. And those that seek me early shall find me. Wisdom say, if you want to find me, you have to find me early. Now that doesn't mean early in the morning. That means early in life. See, you have to grow and develop your wisdom. You have to get stronger. And once you get stronger in the word, and once you get stronger in knowledge, you get stronger in wisdom. God gives you wisdom. But it doesn't happen overnight. So find me, seek me early. You know, we say train up a child in the way that he should go. And when he get older, he'll have wisdom. Even if he departs, that wisdom will kick in and he'll come back home. And come back to his senses, as they say. So we need to find him, find her early. Wisdom say, and if you love me, seek me. And if you love me, I love you. I love them that love me. And those that seek me shall find me. So if you're seeking wisdom, wisdom will make herself available. But it's going to take some effort. You got to go through some phases. You got to grow into your wisdom. Not just stumble into wisdom. Grow and develop it. In verse 18. Riches and honor are with me. What does that mean? Wisdom is saying, I can provide riches and I can provide honor. I can make people respect you. I can show you how to live a godly life, and you will gain respect from your peers, the people that you associate with. I can give you wealth. But what, you remember what God did for Solomon? Solomon asked for one thing, wisdom, and God gave Solomon wealth as well. He gave him riches. But you know, should I read the next part of that? Let's see. Yeah, verse 18b. It says, yea, durable riches and righteousness. I can give you riches, but it's durable. That means it lasts a long time. That means it's not this earthly riches. It's a heavenly riches. Now, when it comes to verses like 18 and a couple of others that's in this lesson today, people have kind of gotten it a little bit twisted. You see, there's something called prosperity theology and prosperity gospel, which leads to prosperity teaching and prosperity preaching. You know, it's that name it, claim it, and if I can grab it, then I can have it mindset. That's a difference. With prosperity teaching and prosperity preaching, it's easy to fool people because some of the things that person will say will be the truth. Yes. Look at verse 18a. Riches and honor are with me. Well, they could take that verse and say, yes, God gonna give you riches and he's gonna give you honor. And you see clearly in the book it says, wisdom says with her. But what we must understand that the riches and honor that God is talking about, as 18b tells you, is the one that the durable kind. The kind that God gives you is heavenly kind. The kind that's for heaven and for your soul. Not necessarily the kind for money in your hand. We know he can do that, but there's no guarantee that he would do that. And there lies the difference. Prosperity preachers will tell you, and prosperity teachers will tell you that you got to get it, and you're going to get it. And if you don't get it, if God doesn't deliver it to you, then you must have done something wrong. But we know God say here, rain will fall on the just and the unjust. And so God may bless you in a way that gives you longevity of life. And God will give you the things that you need. It may not give you things that over exceed that which you can handle. Yes, God has given many folk riches. And many folks that he allowed to have their richness aren't Christians. They are actually Distians. But God blessed those people as well. But those people have temporary riches. You see, verse 18b say, yea, durable riches and righteousness. The one that transcends this earthly world. So we have to be very careful. Yes, God can do it and God will do it. But there's no guarantee set aside that he will do it for you. We have to always understand, if it's his will, we know he can do it. Yes, we know he can, without a doubt. But we're wrong when we tell folks he guaranteed to do it, because that's not the case. Based on his will for you. So we have to be careful of those people. Because those people tell us that God will give us money to burn. He's going to make you so rich, he's going to give you riches, and you'll have money to burn. That's not necessarily the case. Some people might, but not everybody. God gives you what you need, what your requirements are, but not necessarily money to burn. Those guys, they've been shoveling that money a long time. You see how buff they are? They've been working out, man. Somebody got a lot of money. Money to burn. And then, you see all this money that they got, they burning. We need to put that money out. So maybe we should make it rain. I fool you, the wrong kind of rain, right? So some folks got money to burn, and then there's other folks that got money to make it rain. I love my toys. I do. I love them. Yes. That's not what God is talking about. God is talking about not financial prosperity, right? But a walk in prosperity. You have a certain walk when you're walking in prosperity, right? Because you know you're a child of God, you know God got your back, and you just can walk with such confidence. I have a guy here that's walking in prosperity. This is my warrior. Did I tell you the name Wilman means warrior? Did I tell you that? Yeah. Look at this guy. He has that walk of prosperity. You see, he's fully dressed in his full armor of God. You see, he has his truth belt on, right? He's girded up, got his loins girded up. He's wearing his gospel shoes, right? Yeah, and he also has on his helmet of salvation. He doesn't have his shield of faith with him. He doesn't have the sword of the word, but we know he got those type of things. This warrior is walking. He's walking confidently because he knows God has his back. And we know wisdom has given him foresight to know what's ahead. So he can just walk and just know that he's covered. He's protected. He has the knowledge and wisdom of God. So this is walking in prosperity, not shopping, not spending, not driving, not living in prosperity. So we're supposed to walk in prosperity. See, when you walk in prosperity, That's what God actually set aside for us to be able to do. And when we walk in prosperity, we actually, that walk is a walk of longevity. It's not temporal. It's verse 18b. Durable riches and righteousness. This is the walk of prosperity. Yeah. Bold and strong. Got your head up. Go in your armor of God. That's the walk of prosperity. In verses 19 and 20 and 21. Verse 19 says, my fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. Once again, God said, the fruit that comes from wisdom is better than gold, because wisdom bears sweet fruit. And my wisdom is better than gold, and it's better than your choice silver. God is saying, make the right choices on what you choose to do. Make the right choices. This type of prosperity, not that silver and gold. That's temporary stuff. I know we want our portion. I know. I want mine. But God's saying this is what he's talking about. He's talking about that lasts forever. The durable kind. So, the sweet fruit is better than gold. Verse 20. I lead in the way of righteousness in the midst of the path of judgment. See, wisdom say, I'm a leader. And I lead you in the right way of righteousness. I'm at the crossroad, and wisdom say, I'm going to help you go the right way. I will lead you in the right path to help you make the right judgment. And then it goes on in verse 21 to say, that I may choose. You guys walking in prosperity? Yeah. He's doing it right. Verse 21, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will find their treasures. God said, I will help you to find what you're looking for. But you're going to inherit substance. That's things that are durable, they're everlasting. Right? That's the sending up timber. You know, because God said, I am rich and I can do all that I can do. I can do anything that I want to do. I can give you whatever I want you to have if it's for you. Right? God said, because the word say, I have many mansions. Right? And Jesus said, if I didn't, I wouldn't tell you that I did. And I go and prepare a place for you, that where I am, you can go and be there also. Yes. Walk in prosperity. You can go to the places where Jesus wants you to go. To the mansions. So your mansions may not happen on this side of heaven. But once again, the mansions over here need repairing. Right? The mansions up there of Jesus never needs to be repaired. And neither will you. So God saying, choose me, love me, and inherit substance. Was that the last one? Verse 21. Yes, we're done. I want to read something to you real fast, because you know the personification of wisdom is a woman. But I found something in this same verse. So if you're in your Bibles and you're at chapter 8 and you're at verse 21, let's look at verse 22. And I'm going to read very fast, and we're going to close out and walk out of here. I'm reading Proverbs 8. And I'm going to start at verse 22. Because, once again, it's personified as a woman. Let's move to the next slide, and you can mesmerize at this one for a little while I read this very quickly. Come on. There we go. Now, verse 22, let's read. Our wisdom was with the Lord when he began his work. Sounds like Jesus. 22 and 23. I was created in every beginning, Oh, by the way, I'm reading from my dad's Bible. Okay, this is not the NIV. This is not the King James. This is not the MacArthur. This is the Dad Bible. I got this from the late Deacon Charlie Taylor, 7 years ago. So I will start over again. Verse 22. It says, "Our wisdom was with the Lord when He began His work, long before He made anything else. I was created in the very beginning, even before the Word began. I was born before there were oceans or springs overflowing with water, before the hills were there, before the mountains were put in place. God had not made the earth or the field, not even the first dust of the earth was there when God put the sky. I was there when God put the skies in place, when He stretched the horizon over the ocean, when He made the clouds above and put the deep underground springs in place. I was there when He ordered the sea not to go beyond the borders He had set. I was there when He laid the earth's foundation. I was like a child by His side. I was delighted every day, enjoying His presence at all times, enjoying the whole world and delighted with all His people. Now, my children, listen to me, because those who follow my ways are happy. Listen to my teaching, and you will be wise. Do not ignore it. Happy are those who listen to me, watching at my door every day, waiting at my open doorway. Those who find me find life, and those who will be pleased with them, and the Lord will be pleased with them. Those who do not find me, they find hurt and hurt themselves. Those who hate me, they love death, because Jesus is life. So that means that actually Jesus is the wisdom. He was there from the beginning. Jesus is the wisdom. And this verse here, "Thou hast the words of eternal life." This is Peter talking, and he was telling Jesus. Jesus was giving was talking to the crowds, and Jesus was telling them certain things, and they didn't feel it. So they started to leave Jesus. But then Jesus asked His disciples, "So you guys going to leave me as well?" Because we know some people has left Christ. Yes, they became Distians instead of Christians. And so they left Christ. And Christ asked Peter, "Are you guys going to leave me as well?" So it's John 6:68. And Peter said, "Thou hast the word of eternal life. Where else can we go? Where else can you go?" The word of wisdom. Thank you. That's our Sunday school lesson for this week. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dearly and severely. You guys be blessed. And we would like to say a happy Father's Day to our super dads out there. You guys rock. And that's a special treat just for you. I know you're a super dad. Yes. And you sisters, you guys, treat these guys, all right? Fix them some fresh vegetables. You see that guy like that needs his veggies. Fix them right. Okay, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I love you guys dearly and severely. And next week's lesson, as Superman flies off, Super Dad flies off, come on. Next week's lesson, Proverbs chapter 9, verses 1 through 6, 8 through 10, 13 through 18. Feast with wisdom. Thank you. This has been the Sunday School Breakdown. I thank you dearly and severely. Thank you so much. And I love you dearly and severely as well. So, with all you're getting, let's get some understanding. Thank you. And you guys be safe. And by all means, please be encouraged. Yes, that's my jam. William Beckton. Oh yeah, it's my jam right there. Yes, you guys have a great evening, okay? Just by giving his proper credit. As William Beckton and friends, be encouraged. Regardless of what's going on, be encouraged.